People who turn their self-discipline into a social contract usually win and win big time. That is the conversation on this video today. If you are into self-improvement, self-discipline, you are into accountability, you take personal responsibility for success, for your work, then I want you to stay with me for the next few minutes. Watch this video. In the last 2 days, I have been here talking about the great lock-in and the great lockout. And today's video is going to just, I think, is in line with the last couple of days. I'm going to drop the links here, the great lock-in followed by great lockout. So go check out these two videos. I'm going to drop those two videos again at the end of this video so you can also see. And I think there are some good points there. If you're totally new to this channel, here I show up every day and we talk about self-improvement, personal development. We talk about entrepreneurship and sometimes some other ancillary topics. The idea is that I show up without any filters and share with you what's on top of my mind in that moment. Most of the conversations here are directly from interactions I'm having with people, sometimes in a consultation setup, sometimes in a coaching setup, and sometimes what I observe other people are talking about in the social media. And I do get emails from people time to time, and I talk about, I respond to those emails also here on this channel. So the idea is that every video I share here is a metaphor, or has been inspired by a conversation or a thought or a question, something along those lines. In today's video, we're talking about why, if you somehow magically can turn your self-discipline into a social contract, you are going to win and win in a very big way. And you see that happening. Youngsters, new people coming in, they follow the same schedule like you, they follow the same discipline like you, they follow the same formula or the same process or the same template like you, and then they are winning very big because they're doing something different. And that only big different thing is that they are doing social contracts. And what is this social contract, how you can do it, and all that is the purpose of this video. So let's get into this. The first and the foremost is, yesterday you made a commitment to yourself. We all made commitments yesterday. When I say yesterday, a few days ago, a few months ago, everything is yesterday. So we told ourselves we're going to lose weight, we're going to get on the right diet, or we're going to show up to the gym. We made a decision, and the decision is called a private lock-in. We all did that. But then today, the today never came. So if the today is really today, then you got to do a public lock-in or the external lock-in. The external lock-in is a broadcast. So for example, this is on this channel. My channel has been around for a long time, but then in the month of May, I came here and I said, I'm going to show up every day. And let's see how far can I take this. Starting on May 19th, and today as I'm recording, this is September 11th. I never thought I'm going to survive this long on a daily basis. Never thought. But that was an external lock-in. It was a broadcast, and now I'm here. Okay. When you announce publicly, when you share with somebody who is a peer or who is with you in the same zone, in a similar setup, and when you apply some visibility trackers, then it increases the chance of not quitting whatever you are engaging in. And then and also with all these things, it also reduces the wiggle room for you to go wrong. So how can you do this? How can you implement this? There is a 3-step framework or a 3-step process for doing this. The first and the foremost one, obviously, is a public announcement, or announcing it publicly. Okay. When you do that, you raise visibility. Other people start seeing you, and visibility always is followed by a follow-through. You will end up doing something about it because now you're visible. Your audiences, they will become the silent stakeholders in whatever you're doing. And then you also will realize through the process that the fear of publicly being, failing publicly is bigger and higher than the fear of effort you're going to put in. Okay, so it's a big one. You fear of failing publicly, nobody wants to. Okay, the second step in this framework is accountability, in the sense that this whole thing is an accountability architecture. But the second part of this, the first part is announcing publicly, but the second part is kind of sharing with a peer, sharing with somebody who kind of makes you accountable. Historically, we have seen this: one man can completely outweigh an entire army, that one right man. So that's how powerful this is. So find a peer who is somebody who is there at that level, and you share your story, and you show your milestones, you share your story, and then you talk, you discuss, you tell them what's going on. That increases, the more you check in with them, then the higher micro deadlines that you can create and follow through. So more peer check-ins equal to more micro deadlines. Obviously, there is mutual accountability too. The peer is accountable to listening to you and giving you their insights, and then you are accountable to them. And as a result of this mutual accountability, you are now compounding momentum. The third step in the process here is a visibility tracker, or tracking things visibly. So for this, you have scorecards, you have habit trackers, you measure what you did and how much amount of time and all that. We call them streaks. So, but you can, you know what I'm talking about. So you can measure things. Now, as you do that, data implies a bad word, not an appropriate word here, it doesn't fit, but data externalizes progress. And then visibility trackers are known to make quitting obvious. What it means by quitting obvious is when you quit, the gap becomes visible. So you don't want to quit. So this process becomes obvious. The entire quitting process becomes obvious. So you don't want to be there. So you want to hide. You want to somehow do something to just not quit. And visibility trackers also do what is called, contribute towards the continuation reward. So continuation reward is an aspect of the human brain. When it sees progress, it's moving forward, then there is a dopamine effect. So if I show up here on my channel every day, I record these videos. There's no cost for this, for me doing this. This is me just recording a video. I don't do any editing, nothing. I just upload them. But and then the dopamine effect part is just the video creation part. I'm not looking, people comment, occasionally, the last comment was a month ago or something. It's not about view. It is not about, I wish I could get some more comments so that I can interact with people. But none of those things that drive me. My dopamine effect comes from me seeing progress in myself. And progress for me is also, there's a small little element of progress there, which is, am I showing up every day? Am I doing things better? Can this be improved? Yes, of course. There are so many different metrics through which you can look at and analyze an activity. But the real activity, the core of this is, am I showing up every day? Am I doing what I said I'm going to be doing? And am I doing that consistently? And, am I showing up with the right mindset? That's all there is to it. I just had a peer check-in with a friend of mine on a topic that he's amazing, he's brilliant, and I checking with him, and I was driving, and then I realized the sun is going to set, and here I am recording this video. In about maybe an hour and a half, I'm going to go and I'm going to upload this, and we are golden. That's how this works. Okay, so this is the accountability architecture. I hope this helps. If it does, do me a favor, drop a comment. That's the best. If you like this video, then I can reach some more people. But if you subscribe to this channel, then I'm in front of you every day at this point, and I'm hoping I'll be here tomorrow. luckily, magically, the whole universe, everybody, and the time and higher power, whatever, any and everything that I can attribute this to, have been so supportive of me that I'm showing up every day at this point. And I don't take this for granted, and I don't don't take myself or take this process any which way lightly. And I think about this every time, that hey, I need to record a video, I need to show up, I need to publish and all that. And yeah, I'm going to stop here. This is becoming dark here, and then obviously I already made a point whatever I thought I should on this video. Wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be with you as early as tomorrow. Bye now.